Hey everybody, I've been seeing this all around the internet, so I wanted to try my hand at it as well. This is the Apex Legends Heirloom tier list. I'm doing this live. I didn't prep any information, no cards, so if I say a lot, you know why. But I wanted to do this blind and kind of figure it all out. First of all, I like that the chart I picked doesn't have an F tier on it because there really is no F tier heirloom in my opinion. I'm not even sure if there's a D tier heirloom. But we're going to go through this real quick. Hopefully this isn't too controversial. But I have some opinions that I don't think most people do. Alright, let's just go in the order it has for me. So, Rampart is the first one, and I'm going to go ahead and say I'm a Rampart main. I love the quirky animations to her wrench. I love that it fits her profile a lot, but I don't know if it's S tier. I know most people put it in D tier. They're wrong. They just don't play Rampart. That's all it shows me, is that you don't know her personality. I'd probably give it a solid A tier, maybe B+. Like A minus, B+ is where I'm at, but I'm a gracious person, so I'm gonna go with A tier. Boop. And then we have Watson. See, Watson's the same way. I love her, like I love that it fits her style so much. I did get a little bit of info from somebody saying that it's kind of clunky in your screen, but the animations are good. So I'm gonna go with B+. We're gonna give you a B for the Watson one. Just because of the clunkiness. If it wasn't as clunky and didn't take up as much of your screen, maybe better. Lifeline. Lifeline's is really good as well. That's a solid A right there. The drumsticks fit her personality better than anything else in the game. Even her like skydive emotes and everything, she has the little drumsticks going and all. I think that's a really good A tier right there. Fits her lore, fits her, it just fits everything in general. The sword for Crypto. See, here's the thing, is it hack? It's not hack. If it was hack, this would be S tier. Like if this was hack as a sword and then he became a drone, S tier all the way. That would be the coolest way. I don't really like it. Like outside of that, because if it was hack, like I said, S tier. It's not hack. I think I'm gonna go, it's like a high C, low B. Honestly, more, like, it's a middling C. It's a middling C tier. C for Crypto. There you go, buddy. There you go. The Kanai, am I saying that right? Wraith's Heirloom, Quieto, etc. I love the lore behind it. Watching the, if you don't watch the stories from the Outlands, you can see how she got it. I hate the Heirloom. I hate it. I'm not going to put it in D because I don't think any Heirloom's D. That is a solid C- though. It's just not that interesting. I mean, I get it's the OG Heirloom, but it's not interesting in the slightest to me. And if you really look at the lore of it, she was just handed it by herself from a different dimension. But like, I don't know, there's not like some overwhelming story behind it outside of that. It's just like, hey, here you go. It was like the first weapon given to her, but like, I don't know. She carved out the path of who she is now. Cool. I don't know. I don't like it. Ooh, S tier. S tier. When I was just saying there wasn't a cool story behind Wraith's Quieto, watching the stories from the Outland for Bloodhound's Axe, I cried. I cried watching that stories from the Outland. It's so emotional. For Arthur, S tier. And also it feels like it would be really cool in your hand. Like, I don't know, it just has, like, you can see it and feel like that would be like a heavy looking, cool, stainless steel looking, I don't know, I like it a lot. Pathfinder's gloves. Fits the lore really funny. It is good in general, like it's a good heirloom. Like I said, nothing's a bad heirloom. Not a big fan of it, because it just looks like hands. Like at that point, you just have Pathfinder's hands. I'm gonna put it as C tier. Octane's, okay, this would have been a D tier to me. However, when I was spectating an Octane, when he like flips it around, goes to the needle and stims himself, automatically raised to like 2 tiers. I think it's actually honestly 3 tiers. I think that's a solid heirloom now. Like just watching it get played around with, I like that. I'm gonna go with A tier. It's like a low A tier, but I'm being gracious here. Mirage's trophy is once again, to me, an S tier heirloom. I love the lore behind it. I like the little theory that like he also has a trophy that he made for his mom too, so she won't forget who he is. I like that part of it. I like the whole like bravado that it presents, and also I like the idea of just whacking somebody with a trophy. That's hilarious to me. Caustic's Death Hand would have been C tier, but I've heard there's an AI in it. I don't really know much about Caustic's Heirloom, so that's kind of where I don't stand the best knowledgeable on that. But if there is an AI in it, super awesome. Not awesome enough to raise it to A, but I would definitely raise that to a B tier. It's like a low B though. I don't know. There's just something I don't like about the hammer. Like, it's clunky. I don't like the face staring back at you. It's just a weird one to me. However, the AI being in it does raise it up a bit. If that's not true, I'd probably bring it back down to C. Gibraltar's, I love that they went with his culture. I like the feel, like, I don't know how to explain the wording I'm looking for is, like, if you see an heirloom and you feel like you could hold it in your hand and it would be, like, just a nice feeling to it. I get that with Gibraltar's heirloom. I'm going to give it an A. It's definitely an A tier heirloom. And then we have Bangalore's, okay, the video showed how she got this, and that was a really cool video. The heirloom itself, I'm not overly impressed with, because, like, okay, cool, it's a knife. Once again, like, but the video and the lore behind it was really cool. So that automatically gives it a B tier to me. Like, if you have great lore behind it, B tier at least. Revenant's Scythe fits him so well. It's got really cool animations as well. Isn't my favorite. Like, it's weird for me to say all that. I'm gonna give it a B tier as well. I just don't, like, just imagine carrying around a scythe when you're in battle. I mean, he is the tallest legend. That is the tallest heirloom, I believe, until Valkyries comes out, in which case I think it's gonna be a little bit bigger. I don't know if that's true for what Valkyrie's heirloom actually is. I'm definitely gonna, this one's a hard one. I think I'm gonna go with B tier. B for badass scythe, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a giant fan of it, but I can see why people would like it, so I'm gonna give it a B tier here. Whew. All right, and that wraps it up. That's my probably the most controversial heirloom tier list you've ever seen. Let's see how I did with other people. Can I see that? Can I save this and download it? Download the image. Thank you. View the community, right? Yeah, I'm not. I'm just not like anyone else, I think. Like, why is this S tier? What makes it S tier? In the comments down below, tell me what your favorite heirlooms are, what makes them S tier, and why this is one of them. Also, why is that an ad? We don't do ads around here. Okay, B. What are these people skipping A tiers? Does A tier not exist? Why does everyone hate the trophy? The trophy's hilarious. All right. Peace.